We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fields in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Connor. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pass is incomplete with the flag in the backfield. This might be a moving call. So pretty good first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. This is Connor. And he's eating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to throw down Prescott. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, it's Connor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. The stop there on third, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
From the 2, here's first and goal.
And then wait till she get out so she can clean up her mess. And then you can come in and do the rest.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And this hit started the right upright, but it finds its way through. Put it either way, but he got it to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 24. First carry for the shift.
Where are you going, bro?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Cohen. Across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Push his way up to about the 44 here. A minimal gain as we're ticked down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Trubisky now to throw on third down. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about the play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
They'll look to run with Connor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Second and goal.
Another shot from the one on second and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it right after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver to get at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Down fair.
What?
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mosey. Yeah.
So second down to 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the video? Did you see the video?
Gun, Trubisky.
Oh.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, Trubisky is going to float this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to make it.
Oh, Johnson down, man. You could have got that, man.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball
Oh,
hawking.
man.
The only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead you to 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Someone's been up to the top so far in this game. They've already a couple of scores, and guess what? I think they're just going to put their right now and give you a good
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly are struggling, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all the problems easy.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him the first down. This one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down inside the 4, and he takes us all the way down to the Bears 20. That will go for 33 in the first. I thought we were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with counter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. To throw is Prescott. Ebron's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And that's
caught inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock has stopped with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Oh, man.
That is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throw out wide, caught by Robinson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Right through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Steelers take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Final play of the half. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
The Bears ball share.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run forward, and he may be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand and they'll take that.
Just ran it.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he completes it to Cohen.
Oh.
Cohen lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Oh, my goodness. Prescott.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And the punt team on now as this one's set away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. 8-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Down back at the 34-yard line.
Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out near midfield at at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They try again with Cohen, and he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
4 yards.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Am I working out here?
So they'll come out 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he went nowhere. He went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky looking right side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Robinson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown.
Suck this dude into the end zone.
Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 32 on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On 1st down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Trubisky. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And out.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up, Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Hey.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he has the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
There's 3 touchdowns. It's got him in the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Maybe just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds.
They intercepted the ball
and his
and
guys
tackled.
will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. It's down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Again, it's Connor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10.
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I can't even go out there today. I wonder if I can. What time is your... You don't know what time my mom's coming. Today's Wednesday.
So?
Because I was going to go out to Monroeville to see my phone.
Oh, okay.
But you going to work out.
Oh. You want me to... Maybe I should skip today. I'll skip today.
You sure?
Yeah, because I need to rest my back anyway.
You just damn lie.
Why am I lying? My shit fucked up.
Is it still hurting for real?
Yeah.
T! Let me take that shit all the way out. Alright. So that means I can get dressed. Are you sure?
Check the times. Check the time they're available.
They say until 6.
Okay.
Or I should probably go home.
Probably.
At this point, I feel like I can just pop up to anyone.
At this point, what?
I said, I think I could just pop up to anyone.
No, you can't. They're not all repair shops.
Yeah, I don't think they can repair this.
Stop thinking, man.
I'm gonna go out there. I know it's gonna be a waste of time.
But still, like, go. You know, I mean, you got a chance that they can fix it.
I'm gonna go out to that one. I thought that, that's the one over there, road.
Summer drawing to a close here in the Southeast. The roof is closed at the wondrous Mercedes-Benz Stadium due to the hot temps still outside here in downtown Atlanta. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They go play action. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Don't forget the game slipper today. Did you get them last night?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cancel and it's super late when you cancel and no one else can get the spot.
Cousins now. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Cousins. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
No, it's not that serious anymore.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver is able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground, Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
This is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe take down on the receivers, bump the ball for their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Falcons nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Ryan. Side by Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones.
At the 49-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Gurley again here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 and the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple.
Well, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Another inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
Now Ryan. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On the run, it's Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll look to throw right away. The left side completion to Jones. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 43 yards.
10 at the 13.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
At the 6-yard line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now it's Gurley, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins gives way to Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
Where are you going? Like, who are you blocking?
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how.
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 48 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tap.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
To number 87.
A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Falcons 24. Vikings 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about winning. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll lead to 3rd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
Score Falcons 24, Vikings 21.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Again, they run with Gurley. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Gurley's got the first down inside. And finally taken down at the 34. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run with fullback Smith. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Cook.
2 guys missing. Why did 2 guys missing?
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Crack back.
And it's 3rd down.
Maybe you'll block this time.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say put the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there are going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third down.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
End of the third quarter.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
21.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the shotgun, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Getting lower than that defensive lineman, so try to keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Here's Ryan to throw. And they set up the screen to Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Let's take it inside his own 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. the shotgun. It's Cousins.
He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by A.J. Terrell, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another carry now for Gurley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A run with Gurley there on first down. Going to get about 4 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fielded just inside the 20. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Cousins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games Warriors, unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
She couldn't sit the fuck down nowhere.
He's ready to put his hands in one.
Let me kiss. Then want to leave.
Oh, are you? Bro?
Hey, I gotta go back out. Yeah, you hear what I just said?
Yep. See that ninja grip right here? Look at these toes. Ninja style. I'm not going nowhere. Look at that.
Oh! It's a hater. What are you unbuttoning my shirt for? We're going back out.
Oh, we got naked. No, no, no. Naked chest. Let me get it. You want me to get it or no?
Huh?
Yeah. I don't know when the pendulum. You hear that?
Hmm?